Good morning, friends. In last lecture, we have studied about friction only, okay? And mainly in last lecture, we have studied about this surface irregularities, okay? That by zooming the surface, okay, by observing the surface very clearly, we can see that there are some irregularities on this surface, and it's the only reason we can say for this friction, okay? So here is the picture of the surface irregularities, okay, and you can see this in your textbook also, okay. Apart from this, we have studied this static friction and sliding friction, okay. That what is this static friction, what is sliding friction, and the force required to overcome friction at an instant an object start moving from rest position, okay. The force required to overcome friction, okay, whatever the friction we are facing, okay, when at the instant an object start moving from rest position is a measure of static friction, okay. So this was the definition, and as I have already said to you all that this is the important. And one more is this sliding friction, okay. What is sliding friction? Okay, so the force required to keep the object moving with the same speed, okay, with maintaining the same speed is a measure of sliding friction, okay. So these two are the definition we have studied in last session, and in this session we are going to continue this next topic, friction a necessary evil, okay. So you might have been confused that sir, once you are telling this is evil, okay, then how this evil, this bad thing is necessary? But friction have some, we can say, advantages also, okay. And how? Let's see. So these are some example I have written here, okay. So just pause this video for a while and think about this. Read this example one by one and think on it, okay. That what how this friction occurs here, okay, and how it works here, okay. Is it necessary or not? Is it easier or hard, okay? Think about these questions. Pause this video for a while and think on it. So you might have think that holding a kulhar, okay, if you are drinking a tea in this kulhar cup, okay, made of clay only. It's simply here, okay, simple. So holding a kulhar is easier than this holding a glass cup, okay. You might have you should take care of this glass cup, okay. So these are the two very contradictory, we can say, example. Okay. Next one is holding a tumbler. Holding a tumbler is, we can say, a bit easy. Then this holding a tumbler having a greasy outer surface. Okay. If there is some grease or oil or something, we can say uh, oily things on this outer surface, okay, on this outer layer of this tumbler, then it might be hard to hold it, okay. So it's very easy and very simple. So simply we can say that for holding something we need some friction on it, okay, and it's the only reason that friction is we can say that friction is sometimes importance also, okay. There is some advantages also. After this, walking on a road, okay, if you are walking on simply a road, damar road or any roads, it's very easy. But if you are walking on a muddy road, okay, in, I can say, monsoon, you might have observed that you might have noticed that this walking on a muddy road is quite hard, okay, compared to this comparatively on a simple road, okay, or a dry road. After it, walking on a wet marble floor, okay, you might have observed, you might have noticed that if you are going to buy some marble for your new home, okay, if you are making a new home, new house, then you might have you if you are going to buy some marble, okay, then the shopkeeper would ask you that if there is a any aged person is in your home, and if there is, you are not able to buy this marble, okay. So walking on a wet marble floor, it's quite tough. Okay. So apart from these seven, can you write some more examples, or can you add some more examples which are very easy or quite tough without friction or with friction? Okay. So write it down here. Next one is, next topic is friction produces heat. Okay. So simply we have noticed very well that rubbing hands vigorously in winter only. Okay, you might have just wake up from the bed. It's if it's very cold, then you might have vigorously rubbing your hands. Why it is? Huh? Because by rubbing hands vigorously, you can produce some heat also. Okay, cause of this friction between these two hands. Okay, so you will feel some warmth. After it, this jar of a mixture, okay, after completing some 2 to 3 rounds, okay, after completing the 2 to 3 rounds of this mixture, you can see that this jar becomes uh, very hot. Okay, so you just have to take care of it. That sometimes friction produces heat, so sometimes it is we can say needful, or we can have need of it, or we can not have also. Okay, so these are the two example we can I have already written here, but can you example three more example also? Okay, can you add some three more example also? Okay, uh, let me give you a hint that you are riding a bike or bicycle daily. Okay, add an example from these also. Okay, so next one is increasing and reducing friction. We have already discussed that friction is a necessary evil. Okay, so sometimes it's important to reduce friction. Why? Because of disadvantages, because we don't need the friction. And sometimes it's important to increase the friction. Why? Because we need the friction. Okay, sometimes it's helpful, friction is helpful also, as we have seen that walking on a road, holding some things, we can say. Okay, generally. So let's see some examples there given. So first of all, you are given a tire, given a wheel, okay, of a this is I can say a wheel of a bus or a truck. Okay, this is from a heavy vehicle of automobile. So it must have some good grip, best grip. Okay, or else this vehicle becomes sleepy. Okay, on the road also, as it is on a sports on a in a sports shoes also, you must have some best grips. Okay, I can say. And you might have observed that this is if you are going to a sports shoes, then the shopkeeper would tell you this, that this shoes have very good grip. And you must buy the shoes who have good grips. Okay, who have best grips, mainly in sports shoes. Okay, apart from you, how many of you are playing carom? Okay, you might have observed that you are sprinkling some powder on it before started playing. Okay, why it is? Because if you are sprinkling some powder, then it's easier to play. Okay, or easier to, you can say, judge to poke down. Okay, so these are some very basic example we have seen today for this friction. Okay, how it is important, how it is needful, how it is avoidable, or okay, and why it is it's needed to increase friction or reduce friction. Okay, so as per our need, we are increasing or reducing friction by applying some designing change in design, or else some other things. In next lecture, we are going to study about this lubrication, one of the most important topic, okay, of your friction and science also. Apart from this, let me discuss one more thing, that all of you, if you have completed this chapter, okay, completely friction, okay, if you are studying this, you should not use the used chappal, I can say. Okay, you should not use the used chappal in your washroom. Okay, because in washroom these tiles are obviously it's sleepy. Okay, it's already sleepy, these tiles are already sleepy, and after it you are applying some water on it, obviously. Okay, and after it you are using the chappals without any good grip. Okay, then it can be very harmful to you guys. Okay, so you should not that used chappal. Okay, in this washroom. Okay, so this was the main topic from today's session. Okay, and as I have said that in next lecture, in next session, we are going to study about lubricants. Okay, thank you very much. And yes, okay, thank you very much.